What's up, Sunny fam? I'm your Sunny trainer, Sydney, and I'm back today with a 20-minute strength workout. Today we're gonna be focused on full body strength. This workout is a part of our heart health series, although we're not necessarily focused on strengthening your heart. It is one of the many benefits of strength training. Today's session, we're gonna be focused on functional full body strength to enable you to have the mobility and the strength to do basically just your everyday life better, and so that you can approach your cardio workouts that are so important for heart health with your best foot forward. So with that being said, let's get started. We're gonna start with a little warm up, so go ahead and back up onto the back of your mat, and we're just going to slowly stretch our hands forward, walk them out into a plank position. When you get to that plank position, your hands should be stacked directly under your shoulders. Find that nice plank and then walk it right back up. Go ahead and take your time here because we're really just trying to make sure that every single little part of your body is warm and ready for the workout as it comes. So if this part of the workout is slow, that is totally fine with me. That plank position, you'll find that your hips are gonna hit a little bit higher than you kind of expect them to. If you dip them too low, it can put a lot of pressure on that lower back, like so. We don't want that, that kind of hurts. So right up here is that sweet spot. Nice, let's get one more of those. Nice big reach up to the sky. And let's hold this plank position here, dropping to your knees. And then we're gonna come down onto our elbows and bring our hands together, spreading out our elbows kind of like a little triangle with our forearms here. Come up onto your toes. We're gonna push our hips back, feeling that nice stretch through the upper body and back. And then you're gonna bring your body forward, almost as if you're in a little plank. So here we're really waking up our core, and we're also making sure that our shoulders are ready to go. That's a part of your body that can be a little hesitant to getting some serious work in, and when it is, your shoulders do not get too happy, so we want to make sure that they're ready to go. Let's get one more. Awesome. And you're going to come back up to your plank position, so hands are stacked under your shoulders. Extend those legs, and we're gonna come into a modified Frogger. So try to keep your upper body directly over those hands as you shift. We're gonna pick up our right foot, bring it to our right hand, and get that nice stretch through the legs. Bring it back, and we switch sides. Now, just do whatever is available to you today. If that's right here, that's fine. Really, we're just focused on getting that nice stretch. And as you move, try to get a little bit more space in there with each step. Every little millimeter really counts and makes a difference for that mobility. Beautiful, let's get one more on each side. Really amazing. All right, and rest. Whew, great job, you guys. All right, so we're gonna grab some dumbbells for the first set of the work. I'm gonna grab some 10-pound dumbbells, but go ahead and use whatever you have available and whatever is comfortable to you. Our first set of work, we're gonna be supersetting squats and rows. Nice deep breath. In 10 seconds, we begin. In 3, 2, 1, let's do squats. So I'm gonna keep my dumbbells up at my shoulder height. You can really do whatever feels comfortable to you. You can put them at your sides like a suitcase squat. Whatever you like. And as far as your depth, just come as low as feels natural and good to you. No need to push it. 3, 2, and 1, we switch to rows. So you're gonna come into a slight bent over position and pull those elbows up towards your back and really try to keep that forearm perpendicular to the ground. So we're not really twisting those dumbbells at all. We're just focused on that movement in our back. Awesome. In 10 seconds, we go back to squats. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Here we go. All right, now you know what we're doing, so let's turn it up a little bit. Keep breathing. Breathe through it. You've got this. Try to shift that weight back into your hips. Core nice and tight. We switch to rows in 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job, you guys. Get that full extension and that full lift. We're not forcing any part of this movement. We're just working with the mobility that we have. Five seconds to go. We go straight back into squats. We'll have a break after this, I promise. 3, 2, and 1. Let's squat. Woo. Lost my balance a little bit. That's okay. That might happen to you too. When it does, just come right back to it. This is our last set here, so really try to get in a good amount of reps. If this feels challenging, good, it should. Switching to our rows in 3, 2, and 1. Breathe through it, you've got this. Nice straight back, neutral spine, chest is proud. 10 more seconds, and we get a little rest. Good job, you guys. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take a little rest. 30 seconds here. Grab some water, catch your breath. We're gonna hit 2 more compound moves. So in our next set, we're gonna be doing some RDLs, superset with a chest press. That means we're gonna be moving quickly from standing down to the ground. Do so however you need to, and feel free to take your time changing between those positions if you need to. Okay, starting with RDLs. 3, 2, and 1, let's go. With this exercise, we're really focusing on shifting the weight in our hips back, even though we're moving up and down. We really just want to keep that upper body nice and stable, and we're focusing on moving our hips back and feeling that stretch in our hamstrings. That's when we're done with the move, and it's time to come up. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and come onto your back for a chest press. So here in this position, your hands should be coming directly down to your chest, and your elbows can be flared out about at a 45-degree angle. We don't want them exactly all the way out. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. We come back into RDLs. Get there however you can. Just make sure that you move safely to our RDLs. So see, my hands are really only coming to that like mid shin. I'm not going all the way down because that can put a lot of pressure on your lower back. And we're trying to avoid that, right? Beautiful work. 1 more rep, and then meet me on the ground. Chest press, here we go. So you guys will notice we don't have a ton of rest built into this section of the workout right now, so you should feel pretty tired. The good news is this section of the workout is almost over, and we're gonna start working on some stability. It's gonna be a little bit less challenging on your muscles and your breathing and your heart, but it's gonna be a lot of work on those little tiny muscles, those little balancing muscles that are really important as we age. They're gonna help you be more functionally fit. Into our RDL. Breathe it out, team. You've got this. Last set, best set. Back to the ground. For our chest press, let's finish this strong. After this, our dumbbells are going away and we will be using only our body weight. That's right. A lot can be accomplished with only your body weight. Don't underestimate it. Even though it's not as heavy as the work that we're doing now, it is gonna be a challenge in its own way. Beautiful. Dumbbells come down, get those out of there. Next up, we're going to be focusing on standing stability. So we're gonna be alternating between two moves. We're gonna do all of the work on our right side, then we're gonna shift and do all of the work on our left side, and then we'll repeat that all again. So our first move, we have a single leg RDL to a reverse lunge. Basically what that looks like is we're gonna be balancing on one leg. You're gonna come down into your RDL, come up. There's gonna be some creaks, it's okay. And then down into your reverse lunge. Do it whatever pace works for you. Ready? Let's do this. So the challenge here is the balance. And honestly, like, you're gonna see me fall. It's totally natural. Happens to me all the time, but this is something to work on, right? So I don't have to be perfect at it. You don't have to be perfect at it. We're working on this together. And kind of when you start to fight through those shakes and really find that space of balance is when you really start noticing a difference. So when we come back and we hit this a second time, you're gonna be even better, which is crazy. That's the cool thing about stability, is you start to find that space. All right, switching to our next move, we have a standing balance and reach. So you're gonna reach that leg out, kind of similar to the RDL, and then crunch it back in the center. This is our place where we find that stability, and I want you to make space in this crunch to always come back and hold yourself in. So instead of putting your foot down, you're fighting to find that stability here. And that right leg should be burning right about now. We have been on it for almost 1 minute and 30 seconds. One last rep. Control it. And let's switch to our left side. Great job, you guys. So we're gonna go back into our single leg RDL and reverse lunge. Whatever pace works for you. Fight through the shakes. Don't let them hold you back. And keep fighting for it. As you come back into that RDL, try to fight from letting your hips shift from one side to the other. So see, like if you open your hips here, you're gonna lose your balance. Really, we want those to stay facing straight forward, just like that. Good. Okay, let's switch to our balance and reach. Now you might find that one leg is stronger than the other. I tend to find that my left leg is stronger. That's because I was a high jumper in college and I did a lot of work only on my left side. So that right leg tends to be a little bit wobbly, but that's totally okay, right? It's just an opportunity to work on your areas of weakness. Good job, guys. Let's switch back to the other side. Ready, set, let's do it. Oh, and not the reach. We're starting with the RDL to the lunge. Beautiful. Now, this is the second time that we're doing this and the last time. So this is really your last opportunity to focus in on building this balance and stability. If you don't feel like you nail it this time, that's totally fine. Come back to this workout and do this again, right? If you're not good at something, it's not a reason to give up. It's a reason to do it again and a reason to keep trying and getting stronger. Beautiful. Balance and reach. That right leg should be quaking. I know mine is. Let's hope they're not doing a zoom in on my little shakes as we speak. You guys are doing such a good job. Keep it up. We have 20 more seconds to go. Can you fight through that burn and give me some consistency? Five more seconds, one more rep. Awesome. To the other side we go. Now, before you switch to that reverse lunge, find this little space of stability right here before you go back into it. If you need to tap down, it's totally fine. Do what you need to and what's accessible for you today. But eventually, try to avoid that tap and find a way to center yourself. 5 seconds, we switch to our reach. Beautiful, let's do it. We've got our reach, and then my friends, you were done with your standing exercises. We're gonna be moving down to the floor, but don't thank me yet, because we have some core, and we all know while core is a beautiful opportunity to be on the floor most of the time, it is not easy. So we have one more challenge ahead of us. 15 seconds to go. Stay strong. Woo! And there's the shakes coming for me. One more rep. Awesome. Great work, team. Let's go ahead and head on down to the floor. We have our core stability coming up. We have 2 total exercises. We're gonna be doing bear taps and a plank walkout. Both are going to challenge your core stability. We aren't really focused on speed, we're focused on quality of movement here. So let me show you our bear taps. We're gonna be in a beast position. If you can, knees come off the floor. We're gonna be tapping our shoulder with our opposite hand. Ready? Let's do it. Team, your challenge here is to try to not shift those hips from side to side. It's totally natural when you pick up your hand to want to shift the opposite way, right? Try to fight it. You guys are doing so good. Keep it up. 5 more seconds. We're gonna switch to a plank position. Let's go there now and do plank walkouts. You're gonna walk out one hand at a time and walk it back in. If this is not accessible to you today, I want you to come down on your knees and practice it right here. This is a pretty challenging move, and so it's totally fine however you need to modify. Modify as needed, and let's do what we can. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo. We get a 30-second little break, and then we're gonna hit that again. Once that's up, we have our cool down. I don't know who's more excited, me or you. 10 seconds to go. Nice deep breath. Team, we've got this. It's hard, but we're gonna do it anyways. 3, 2, 1, bear taps, let's do it. Now, when you're in this position, try to keep those hands below your shoulders instead of slowly sneaking them out this way, right? Because that's gonna be pretty hard on our shoulders here, and we wanna make sure that the right muscles are getting the work. Fight for it. 3, 2, 1, walk it out. Do what you can, and remember, team, if you can't walk this out, that's totally fine. You know what is also just great is just holding a plank. right here. Whatever you can do today. I want to see it. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. Oh my goodness, amazing work, you guys. That was so incredible. We are gonna shift into a nice little cool down here, and man, it is so welcome. So go ahead and spread your knees. We're gonna go down into a child's pose. Press that chest down towards the floor, and go ahead and relax your head on your mat. Breathe into it. Allow yourself to sink down. Feel that nice little stretch through the upper body. We worked so much of our upper body today, so this should feel really good. And when you are ready, which I never am, we're gonna come up into a half kneeling. And then if it's accessible to you, go ahead and squeeze that back heel up towards your glute. You're gonna feel a nice little stretch in the quad. If it's not, I want you to leave your leg down and you're gonna squeeze through your glute and feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor. Now go ahead and shift back and we're gonna stretch out our hamstring on our opposite leg. And let's switch. I'm gonna give you guys a teensy bit more stretching than usual today, just because we really did work our full body. But honestly, this is just a start. So I hope that after this session, you guys pick up a few more stretches depending on how your body is feeling and what you need. Promise it will make all the difference. Go ahead and stretch back into our hamstring. So good. When you're ready, let's go up into our downward dog. Stretch it out. Slight pedal through the calves. Walk your hands up. Slowly come up, vertebrae by vertebrae. And you guys are done. Thank you so much for joining me today for this session. You showed up for yourself, and that really says something about you. Keep showing up. Even if those shakes and those wobbles got you, that's just a sign that you need to come back and keep putting in the work so that you can be stronger and healthier. Thanks so much. See you guys next time.